everyone. What's up, guys? I had therapy today, first time in a couple months, and it was my first time with this therapist, and I had toyed with not going, but I'm glad I did, just because it was another experience, I guess. Hey, Soko, what's up? How am I? Here's how I am. Um, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I've had 3 headaches in the last week and a half. Um, like incapacitating headaches. But I'm hanging in there, and I have a couple points of news today. Um, One is I did talk to my therapist about medication. I'm not on medication still, but she did set up an appointment for me to talk to a psychiatrist, and because she's a social worker, um, to discuss medication. And so no big decisions are made yet, but it is something that I did feel ready to discuss. To see what kind of options there are and how things work with PTSD, because it's different than anxiety. I know it is from experiencing it, and so it would make sense to me if if normal anxiety medications for like generalized anxiety and panic attacks and stuff don't necessarily work the same. But I am at a point where I'm willing to talk to someone, just because I'm tired. I'm so tired of trying on my own, and it's been like 3 years now, and uh, I'm I'm ready to, I don't know, to play with that idea, to see if that can help me. Um, I'm just tired of yo-yoing up and down in this realm of constantly managing my anxiety, constantly trying to not have migraines. That's what I do all the time. If my focus is to prevent a migraine and deal with a migraine, recover from a migraine, from overthinking, because my mind's going so fast about everything. And at this point, it's not just stress. It's not. It's just a racing mind. It's kind of like when you pedal your bike super fast, and then you take your feet off the pedals, and the pedals are still going. And that's what it feels like. I feel like I've healed a lot. That it feels like my pedals are still going super fast, and it's keeping me from being productive and taking part in the physical world. And I just don't. I'm ready to talk to someone about it. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, no, like I said, no decisions are being made, but that's not really what this is about. My diet. I eat. Uh, you could classify it as a lactose intolerant vegetarian. So I do eat eggs and honey and all that stuff, but I don't eat dairy and I don't eat meat. I do focus on getting protein, just to throw that out there. I know that is a concern with this kind of diet, and just in general with, I think, anxiety and stuff. Uh, so yeah, I do. I'm conscious of how much protein I'm eating, making sure I'm hitting what I need to per my weight every day, at least that. Uh, it's really hard to do. Like the last week and a half, when I've just been focusing on migraines, I get nausea with them. And so when I have intense nausea, I have to throw the protein out the window, because all I'm trying to do is just live. I'm just trying to survive, and very few things can go in my stomach without causing me to vomit. And so it's not healthy. But so when I'm fighting migraines, my diet consists of like ramen, tortilla chips, Sprite, and like a baked potato, like just very bland stuff, with butter or whatever. But at least before I would just starve, and then it would make my migraines worse. Because I couldn't eat anything, and now at least I know it's not like nutritious food, but at least I'm eating. But that's not all the time. Usually I eat a lot of plant-based protein and a lot of I don't know, plants, veggies, and stuff. Um, anyway, this is about this. This live is just me needing to express myself so that I can let go of thoughts, and hopefully that will help. I'm going to try to stay really calm during this live. My hair is wet. I just got out of the shower, so that's why it's not grease. I promise. Yeah, thank you. I am at least eating. That's what I tell myself. This is for survival. When you're nauseous with a migraine, it's for survival. Anything that can get in there is what you do. Um, so I know none of you guys. Soko, I know. Yeah, thank you. Showers are a great sign. I took a shower today. Mainly to wear myself out because showers wear me out, man. I'm a female and I prefer it. It's not a political act. I prefer to shave. I like to be shaven. And so I shave when I'm in the shower, and that takes a long time, because there are a lot of things to do. And so it exhausts me. Every time I take a shower, I'm exhausted. But I, I, guys, I intimidate people. I see this. I don't know. I don't know what to do about it. And I know people are gonna be like, oh, you don't have to do anything about it. It's just at this point, it's just inhibiting. I don't know. I've always thought that maybe I just wasn't in the right crowd or wasn't in the right community. But at this point, I'm just like, so where is this fucking community? Because I'm 39 and almost every fucking person I see is get someone intimidated by me when I open up, or sometimes when I just walk in. It just depends on the scenario. And it's always it's gotten worse as it's gotten older. Not me, it's like it necessarily. Well, that's arguable. That just my effect on people, and maybe I am. I'm just trying to accept. Maybe I'm just a big powerful person. I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it. Maybe most people, maybe 85% of people are meek and small. And maybe that's a relative statement. I'm not trying to be mean. This is just my perspective, and I when I've embraced having embraced myself these last few years and embraced my autism, especially, I didn't want to do that anymore. I didn't want to make myself small to make other people comfortable anymore, which is what I have done my whole life since as a child, because I noticed this as a child, that if I let my whole self out, that it freaks people out, and guys, this is what my hair wants to do. This is its natural state right here. This is what it wants to do, and it's drying until it really wants to do that. And it's a whole issue. You see me play with my hair all the time. So, I just, I can't change it. I'm not going to change myself. I just don't know what to do about it. Uh, um, I met today with a therapist who's been a therapist for like 30 years. That's what I was told, like multiple decades. And I at one point I had to like ease her. I had to be like, "You're okay. I feel okay. You're okay. We're okay." I'm like, "Whose fucking therapy session is this?" um you have a great energy, said Soko, but powerful things burn out too. Yeah, that's totally true. I feel like I feel like I make people run and hide under their little rocks. That's what I feel like. All I'm doing is speaking. I'm just talking. I don't know if maybe it is this environment, this therapy environment that I'm in. Maybe they don't get a lot of very verbally expressive people in there who, I don't know. I know that when I say things, when people, at least in people who deal with me, like my therapists, are surprised when they find out that I've successfully completed things like college, that I have done other things in my life, and that I am somewhat educated on these topics I'm talking about. And that really has nothing to do with college. It just has to do with me educating myself. And and I think that PTSD has honestly helped to define me and has made my energy more striking, even more striking, because as you go through things, you learn about yourself, and so as a PTSD person, I've been through a lot of stuff, and you develop kind of a hard skin. You it does. Well, I maintain that it makes you weaker in some ways. It does kind of make you tougher. Uh, um, just to survive, And I have someone here, Kay, says, "Glad you're more than they expect." Oh, that's really nice and funny. I just and you guys probably see me in the most relaxed state, honestly, quite honestly, and you guys have seen me freak out on here. I have a live that I did last year around this time where I was freaking out. I had basically, like, I was having an anxiety attack on screen. I'm just taking deep breaths. I don't know if Soko remembers that, but uh, I'm expressing this because I'm in a new phase where I'm trying to figure out how to live in this world. I'm trying to reconcile my relationship with it. I'm trying to reconcile my inability to connect with people, and it doesn't help that I just say sentences and people go, or they're like you could just see them kind of shrink, or um if I'm not with the right people, where are these fucking people? Did they really did they form a city somewhere? It's called big people. Which is fine. I'm 5'2", 110 pounds. You know, so, but I have to express that before. I've tried to explain to people. I feel like I'm like 6'5", 280 pounds. That's what I feel like when I relax. I can feel my energy that big, and I I don't know. I think it's coupled with a lot of different things that make me feel like that I don't have fear, which is funny, because I have PTSD and I deal with anxiety, which is a form of fear. Um, but with PTSD, it's different. I tried to explain to my therapist today, who didn't understand PTSD, which is a whole other issue. Why in mental health do they think it's okay to send patients to a therapist that has no training in that area? You wouldn't send someone with kidney issues to a cardiologist. Well, I mean, you could argue that you would, but you send them to the correct doctor who has expertise in that area and understands what your body is doing. You don't send it's just frustrating. It's frustrating. I'm tired of having to it should not be my responsibility to educate my therapist about what PTSD is and isn't, and what autism is and isn't. And if you're not equipped to handle those things, you should have enough of a professional ego to say, "Hey, I really want to help you find someone that can help you. I don't think that person's me. I don't have training in this, but I see that you need someone to talk to, and I'm going to try to find that person for you." It's just you can't even where I'm at. You can't even request a new therapist. Your therapist has to say, "Okay, I'll try to find someone else for you." You can't say, "I would like to see someone else." Even though my therapist today just like just flat out said, I don't think we're really I don't think it's really going well. And at that point, like, I knew it wasn't going to go well with this girl, because she had subbed a during a group therapy session, and I just knew it wasn't going to go well with her. with her and me, because I felt like that could just squash her like this, and I don't know what to do about that, because I'm not I know I get it. I get it from my bloodline. I've seen it in my bloodline, and I've seen it in a very oppressive way as well. I've seen how it can shrink people in a bad way. And I don't do that. I don't feel like I do that. I'm just passionate and somewhat informed, and I just don't know what else to do. Is it just Indiana? You know how, like, in band and different things, or in sports, like, different types of people gravitate to different instruments or different positions or things like that. And so is it really just the state? Like, is that like the overall feel? Because when I went to Jordan, like Jordan and Egypt, when I was in either of those countries, they had a completely different feel and a completely different kind of society vibe, you know? Um, Jordan was much more stoic as a vibe, and you could see that in the people. And, Egypt was like taking New York City and Vegas and shoving them together and throwing them out into the desert in one of the like oldest civilizations in human history. And so, um, hey, old school Dave. Let's see what we got going in the comments here. Soko says sometimes people tune in just to relate, but find that you are ahead of them when it comes to depression, so they can see what's possibly going to happen. Are you talking about people online? I guess I'm kind of lost. I did it too when I'm on lives. I mentioned something that the person who's talking talks about before, and then when they get to it, they're confused. So if you like give me a word or something to help bring me back to what you're referring to. Um, yeah, he said that. I don't know if that made any sense. That was a few messages ago. But maybe it is just where I'm at. Maybe it is just where I'm at. It's the state I'm at. Um, Maybe it is just Hoosiers. They're sweet, fragile, traumatized little people, and they're afraid of a lot of things. I'm generalizing, okay? I'm generalizing over a great populace. And if you're one of my friends and you're like, I'm not like that, well, it's probably why you're my friend, okay? So just don't get heated. But I just I don't I don't feel like I'm doing anything wrong. I don't feel like I should be made to feel like I'm fucking like Hercules in a Disney movie. That's what I feel like. Did you guys ever see Hercules, a Disney movie, when it came out? And he just like before he finds out he was actually like one of the gods or something, and he like breaks everything in town. He's just like a huge menace because he's too strong and he doesn't know how to control his powers, and no one understands why he's a freak, seemingly a freak in this little like town that he's in, because he doesn't belong there. And that's what I feel like. That is what I feel like. And part of me was I I requested my long form birth certificate like a couple of years ago, and when I saw that I was born here to my parents, I was like a little bit let down. I was like, I thought maybe there would be like a clue or something. I don't know what I was expecting, but I just this is not the first therapist that I have intimidated, and what do I do, guys? Do I move? Do I just fucking move? Gosh, all the energy in moving. And then where do I go? Where do I even go? I tried that. If you've been around on my channel, you know that I took a car trip quite a few years back, and I did not even post the end of that car trip because, in case you guys don't know, it turned out to be a real disaster. And because driving around when you're not allowed, like I felt like a displaced person. I didn't realize at that time how much they had really cracked down on nomads, and you weren't allowed to be anywhere. You really weren't allowed to be anywhere unless you were like in a place where RVs are allowed and stuff. Um, and so I don't want to go on the road again. I know it's going to be really stressful. Being on the road with nowhere to be is stressful when you're not allowed to be anywhere, because then you just constantly drive aimlessly. Like, okay, well, let's try to go here, you know. And but it seems like such a huge task. What am I supposed to do? You know, like research every Evan city in America, and I don't even know if I would do great in like huge ass cities. But then part of me wonders if I know that a lot of my PTSD is tied up in the hometown where I'm at, you know. Um, and so I'm like, well, maybe it would be good for me. It would be good for me to get out, you know, especially since now, if I go, before when I left, I was searching that some place would bring me some kind of peace. And now that I know that's not possible, maybe it would be successful, because I know I'm not expecting it from whatever place I go to. You know, I know that it's me. I know that I have to do it. Um, Here, what we got here? Soko says, I think you're handling this great. Oh, addressing this darkness, you're showing a lot of humility. Thanks. Jonathan Lazaro, I haven't seen you pop up in a long time. Montreal is nice. Man, I think about Canada because is Montreal, do they have like a lot of vegan food? I hear they have a lot of options comparatively to where I am when it comes to like just people who don't eat meat and dairy, you know. I've even toyed, here's the thing with my meat and dairy issues. I can't go back to dairy. I can't go back to dairy because it will mess with me physiologically. It messes with me. Meat, I would go back to, and I have tried once or twice, just because I was so poor and I needed to eat food, and um, but it just at this point it's been so long. It's been so long, human flesh, and I'm not trying to sound like I'm not trying to preach. You don't have to feel this way. I didn't always feel this way, but I feel this way now, and I didn't expect that. But it like literally, like it's just hard for me to deal with. Like the idea. It feels like cannibalism. Like not ideologically, just my body's response is like, oh my god, you know. So you know, I just really shot myself in the foot with that, trying out that diet. Now I can't go back. So Jonathan says, yeah, Montreal is like a mini New York, a bit of everything. See, I don't know what to do, guys. I really don't know what to do. That's all I have to say. Just go to Buffalo. So we got a couple. We got a vote for Buffalo, a vote for Montreal. Oh man. Oh man, you guys. I just I'm really trying to keep calm right now. I would wear cannabis stigma about that. I could very likely get a card, one of those medical cards. I have PTSD and severe anxiety from autism. So, you know, I don't see why I couldn't get that. I've actually been searching. I've been searching for rooms and apartments and just different places all over the US. But man, everything's so expensive. Everything's so expensive. It's just going to be a big stretch. I don't know. Where can I go? Are people big? How are people's energy towards weird people in Montreal and Buffalo? You know, do they expect people to just talk like this, you know, and to be really insecure and to go, oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. I don't know. Is that what normal people sound like? But yeah, you guys probably can't answer this question because you see me in, like I said, in some of my most relaxed states. which is here in my home. And even though sometimes doing lives does kind of get my adrenaline going, you guys still see me in a very open and much more calm state. And when I go out in public, I do get triggered a little bit, and I get bigger. I just get bigger. So Soko says, I'm in Toronto and it's gotten so terrible. Oh, how, in what way specifically? In what way specifically has it gotten terrible? How, I don't understand. I just don't understand. I don't understand, if you're a therapist, how you can get intimidated by a patient. I mean, aren't all people with like, I mean, there's personality disorders. There's a lot of different, conditions where people are large. And surely you could, understanding the physiology of that, like you could see behind that, you could see that it's like behind the energy that's being put out. But I don't know. Evidently not. Weird. Jonathan says, weirdness is okay. People are kind of cold, though. You can't really talk to strangers. People will think you're strange. Oh, in Montreal. Weirdness is okay. That's good. That's a good sign. That's a really good sign. Oh, you guys. Are you guys large? Are you large people in energy? I don't know what else to say, guys. I guess I'm just kind of frustrated. I just need to express myself, I guess. Jonathan says no. Well, I appreciate everyone for sticking with my... Oh, Soko says woke central. You're really pumping me up. Really pumping me up, Soko. Not trying to be cute. So could you just give yourself away? Do I know you? I'm large at times. I'm not trying to be cute. Do I know who you are? I think... Does SoCo stand for Southern California? I know there's no O in Southern California. No, he says. All right, sure. Whatever. Now I'm constantly going to be suspicious that I know you. Wait, you said up here you were in Buffalo. So yeah, it's not you. Okay. Yeah, that's just synchronicity talking then. Jared. Hey, Jared. Jared says, culturally, I think Burning Man people have a significant number of big people, as you call it, because of radical expression and welcoming the stranger. Huh. This is me being really culturally ignorant. I thought Burning Man was a festival. I didn't know it was an actual area that people live in. And I mean, I'm guessing Burning Man is just where the festival's held. No. Oh, Southern Comfort. Oh, okay. Like the alcohol. I'm gonna have to check out that area. Is that in California? Guys, I get so exhausted from just feeling so alone in the world in a way that's really different from being lonely, in a way that's really different from being lonely. It's not like that. It's just... I'd like to know where my tribe is, wherever they are. Where's my tribe? It was really mean to leave me behind here, let me be born in this area alone. Was I to discover something? Was I to find some kind of special object or power and bring it back to the community? like, I'm like sending out smoke signals here. Come get me, guys. Rescue. Paulo Piles. I don't consider myself to have a large energy, but I always feel happier to see people who have. Well, that's nice. Jared says, well, there are burners everywhere. It's one event, but like we have multiple local burns in my state. The tribe is all under the covers wondering where the tribe is. That's so true, man. That's probably so true. I'm trying to send out a bat signal. I'm trying to bat signal, you know. Guys, it's been 30 minutes. It's been 30 minutes, and I really want to thank you for listening and saying all kinds of fun, distracting, and nice things. And you know, I'm going to try to just keep getting on here, even when I'm not doing so well, just so I can still be doing something. And I just have a feeling that a lot is going to happen this year. And so we'll see what happens. We'll see where I'm at next time I talk to you guys. Okay? I'll beg you on Instagram. Okay. All right, you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye. See you guys.